Hello, good day, everyone. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Today we'll be talking about Unit 8, which is qualities of effective photos and photo essay. But before we delve into our topic, first let's have an overview about photojournalism. Okay, so our topic for today's video video lecture is quite interesting. We have here a question. What is photojournalism and why is it important? Imagine a newspaper, magazine, billboard, news segment, or online article that included no images. No, not only do pictures help to enhance a story, they also tells a story. Okay? When thoughtfully incorporated into the news, photos add context and comprehensibility in the world of media. Photos can make or break a story, thus positioning photojournalism itself as a vital craft in itself. Okay, what is photojournalism? Let's have this question. What is photojournalism? Photojournalism class can be defined as the process of using photographs to a story, whereas conventional journalists will share their information by employing pen and paper, or maybe a keyboard if they use laptop or computer. Photojournalists use a camera as their medium. Okay, a photojournalist will use images to tell the entire story. From the start to finish, and if executed properly, a reader may not even need words to fully understand the message being presented. As our world today is so interconnected through digital devices, news outlets and media agencies will pay top dollar for the best, most encompassing and informative features available. Breaking news can change quickly, and distrust and skepticism are not uncommon as events unfold. Word travels fast, and many search for the most authoritative and reliable sources of information. Photojournalists are one on the scene right beside more traditional journalists. Okay, their objective is to create a story that speaks without words. Okay, what is the purpose of photojournalism? Okay, what is the purpose? Simply speaking, a photojournalist's goal is to relate a story through photography. Okay, that goal is not only to take pictures, but to hold the images up to the highest journalistic standards in an effort to convey the truth. Okay, not every one of the photojournalist's images will pass the test, just as every traditional journalist has to pitch multiple stories before one is accepted. All in all, using journalism and photography is a way to expose the average person to new and different stories in an interesting and digestible way. No, effective photojournalism captures truthfully, timely, and relevant movements with strong composition, lighting, and emotion, telling a story clearly and objectively without staging, making the abstract facts of an event relatable and impactful for the viewer. Key qualities include truthfulness, timeliness, relevance, composition, lighting, emotional impact, which is the very important, and narrative power, all while maintaining ethical standards and providing context. That is the overview of our topic. Now let's dive into our main topic for today, which is the qualities or the core qualities of effective photojournalism. Okay, we have here the list of the qualities needed for effective photojournalists. First of it is truth and objectivity. So photos must be genuine, unbiased representation of reality, not staged or manipulated to create a false narrative. Okay. Next is timeliness and relevance. Okay. Images should cover current events and be relevant to the story, capturing significant moments as they happen. Next is storytelling narratives. So they should convey meaning and tell a story, often complementing text to make facts relatable and evoke empathy. Next is emotional impact, okay, which is very, very important because powerful photos evoke feelings, connecting viewers to the human element of a story. Next is the composition and technical skills. Okay, good lighting, focus, framing, and unique perspective are crucial for a visual appeal and clarity. Okay, next is the action and decisiveness. So capturing the peak moment of decisive action makes the image powerful and immediate. So next, the last core qualities is human interest. Okay, featuring people and their experiences make a story more engaging and understandable. So those are the qualities for the effective photojournalism. So we will just tackle about the essential characteristics for the publication. Okay, so okay, so let's have this example. So as you can see to the photo, so let's analyze this. If the effective or the qualities for the effective photojournalism are present. So first, timeliness. So the photo captures a real event, okay? The immediate aftermath of Super Typhoon Noro in San Miguel, Bulacan, because it was taken and released while the disaster was still unfolding. So it provided audiences with up-to-date information about the situation on the ground, like on the ground, and also the human interest. Okay, we can see. Okay, uh, the image shows families and children gathered on the roof of their home, okay, waiting for the flood waters to subside, or they're waiting to someone to rescue them. Okay, their expressions and body language evoke empathy, okay, making the viewers feel the struggle, resilience, and uncertainty faced by the community. And also the storytelling through a single frame, it is present, okay, because even without reading the caption, the viewer can understand what is happening. Okay, severe flooding is visible from the brown water filling the streets. People have taken refuge on rooftops, suggesting danger below. Children and adults interact, showing a mix of fear, exhaustion, and hope. Okay, the photograph tells a complete story of survival and destruction caused by by the typhoon, and also the emotional impact. You know, the image triggers emotions such as concern, empathy, and urgency. Effective urgent journalism move viewers not just by showing facts but by allowing them to feel the realities of the event. Okay? Also, the authenticity and truthfulness. The scene appears natural and unposed, showing the real condition experiences by the residents. It captures genuine moments, fulfilling the photojournalist's duty to portray truth without manipulation. And also the strong composition. As you can see, the photographer uses visual elements effectively. The roofline directs the viewer's eye toward the ground of people. Okay, the contrast between the flooded street and the elevated roof emphasizes the gravity of the situation. So the presence of children adds a powerful emotional focal point, and also the social relevance. So the image highlights a pressing national issue, climate-related disasters, and their impact on Filipino communities. It raises awareness and encourages conversation about disaster preparedness and government response. So, no, that is our example. The photo really do have an impact and has its composition. So now let's dive to our next topic for today. So, which is the photo essay. So I know it is very familiar. We are very familiar what is photo essay, but let's talk about it. Okay, a photo essay is a collection of photographs. Okay, carefully sequenced to tell a story, explore a theme, or convey a message. So acting is a form of visual storytelling where images carry the narrative and sometimes support the minimal text or captions. It moves beyond single snapshots by creating a current journey, often with a beginning, middle, and end, guiding the viewer through a specific idea or event. No, the power comes from the arrangement and juxtaposition of images to evoke emotion and understanding, a unique popular in journalism and art. So let's have its key characteristics, of course. Now, first is visual narrative. So images work together to build a story or argument, not just present isolated moments, okay? And it is also thematic or narrative focus, can follow chronological story, which is narrative, or explore a broader idea, which is thematic. And then created sequence. So the order and the relationship between photos are crucial for impact. Then text, but text is just optional. So may include captions, titles, or longer text. But the visuals are the main driver. So the visual is the one of the very important here in photo essay. So next is purposeful selection. So photographers select many more messages that than used to find the most impactful ones. Next is the types of photo essay. So there are two types of photo essay, which is the narrative and thematic. So what are the difference of them? So narrative follows a story with a clear progression. For example, mm, a day in the life of a fisherman. Okay, a day in the life of a fisherman. So it is just stating narrative photo images, and then thematic is explores a concept. Okay, it explores a concept like joy or let's have joy and sadness. Okay, through various related images. So, for example, this, okay, as you can see on the photo, it is a classic photo essay from Life magazine documenting historical events. Okay, like this. This is a photo essay about martial law, stating the story what happened during martial law. Okay, the important events in our history. So a series of portraits showing someone's um a documentary piece of martial law event. So this kind of it's a narrative. It is a kind of narrative photo essay. So that is the photo essay. So that is our topic for today, the qualities of effective photos and the photo essay. I hope you learned from our lesson for today. Now you can go to our quiz. So you can now take the quiz and just message me if you have any questions and clarifications. Thank you for listening and watching, everyone. God bless us all.